Hello, Yannick. Welcome. How are you?
How you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Yeah, I thought today I'd talk, just about strategies and posting great content.
Yeah, was that were you talking about what were you talking about in the last room?
Yeah, talking about YouTube.
Ah, okay.
And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Basically, just talking about strategies, SEO. We were talking before about just growing your channel organically, basically on YouTube, and that's what you want. And you want to be thankful for the subscribers and viewers at the same time.
Yeah, totally agree. I saw
So,
your message on Instagram, but
yes, that's correct. What can you say about that?
yeah, what kind of budget do you have?
Very small, under $300. At least 300, because that's how much GoDaddy costs per year. 300 per year on my plan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking a bit about the hosting and the maintenance you need to do
Yeah,
when it comes to the website.
because I'm looking at getting it done coded so it runs better.
Yeah, if you made if you get a coded website, then often it responds better on mobile.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's overall it just works better.
What advice do you have for me being a startup in the beginning with my GoDaddy website?
Yeah, but you're planning to get all your income from through your website.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah, I would if you're serious about it, I would just invest in a good website.
That's what it is. I'm just trying to find a web developer like
Yeah,
yourself.
I would like to help you.
Yeah.
But what would you like to do with your site? Is it going to be an e-commerce site? Uh,
Just a basic site, with my bio, kind of what you saw already. Like put all my SoundCloud on it. Try to get students to book because I haven't had anyone book for any lessons in 1 year. So I'm thinking if no one's interested in music lessons, maybe don't offer those services anymore.
yeah, it's do you have analytics on your site?
Yes, very, very basic with GoDaddy.
Are you getting any visitors?
Yeah, I've had 53 visitors, I think, this month. It's very low.
And how many visitors did you get last year?
Probably 186.
Yeah, I don't think that the problem is that people aren't looking for music lessons. I think your website just doesn't get a visitors.
Ah,
Yeah,
so,
because on average, it's about 10% of all your visitors uh, that can generate a lead
yeah. Does
when
that?
you have an established business. So you need, for example, another business that I built a website for. They have about 3,000 visitors per month,
Yeah.
and they only get about 15 people that that how do you say that actually come to the store to
Yeah.
buy something.
Gotcha. So it's pretty
So
much a numbers game by the sounds of it.
yeah, not only a numbers game, you can also optimize your site for generating leads. So for
Yeah.
example, you can uh, you can make an email list to get the to collect emails, or
Yeah,
you can add for example a free music sheet on your website, and
yeah.
you need to fill in your email address or phone number to get access to that free music exercise, for example.
Yeah, because what I did, I put up some free ebooks for people to download as well on my website.
Yeah, but do they need to leave some kind of information behind, some kind of personal information?
You're breaking up a bit too.
Yeah, sorry, the internet is not working as well today.
Oh, good. Nah, what was that?
I was saying, do customers need to fill in their email
Yeah.
when they want to download that ebook?
No.
Oh yeah, you should add that. That's really important because otherwise you have no way to contact those customers again.
So add like an email sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Hey guys.
Can you do that with? Yeah, oh yeah.
Um, I don't know what you're talking about, but having a landing page is one of the best ideas for
Yep.
online exchange because I do cannabis, and this is Ali. Remember, Steven? We met each other
Yep.
in the music
How are
scene. Good, brother.
ya?
I'm glad you started a room. I came to support you. I saw you on the hallway, so I'm gonna go to bed, but I just want to be here and support you. Um,
Thank you.
but um, for us, we created a landing page. Did I put it on this? No, I gotta change my bio. But it just cannabistalk.info, cannatalk.info, and people just go and they put their name, email, and a couple of their social media accounts on if they wish. That way you can reach them in the future if shit goes haywire, because accounts get locked up all.
Yep. I've got a question. Do you have SSL security for your
I don't
website?
deal with any of that. I don't know enough about the technology, but no, I don't think on my landing page. I don't think I do, but I do think on the company website. I believe does have a SSL, but I don't quote.
How
Yeah,
did
going
you
to
build?
your website, does your website have a little lock in the top left corner for the URL?
I don't know. You can go and check canatalk.info, but it's not my department.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
What's the one? Yeah, you have it. You have SSO.
Yeah, the guy that did
When,
it is
what
it's
did you use to build your website?
huh?
What did you use to build your website?
I didn't build it. I don't know how to build websites. Someone did it for me. That's why I don't know it on any of your answers. But I'm
Ah,
gonna just listen in because I wanted to learn from Steven and support him. So thanks for having the room, Steven. I'm listening.
You're welcome. Where I've recorded a podcast too, so you'll be on my podcast.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so I was just talking to Yannick, about websites being coded versus GoDaddy. I built mine with just drag and drop, basically. But like HTML5 or CSS and JavaScript seem to work better, Yannick.
yeah, that are only the languages that display the content on the page. But you also need, for example, I use PHP. That's a backend language, and with
Yeah,
that, your website will be the pages of your website are being generated when people are visiting. You can also use other frameworks. You can also use front-end frameworks, but I haven't worked with those. I generally only use PHP.
Yeah, so you found your own language that you like, by the sounds of it, Yannick.
Yeah, not that it's not that I like to use it. It's more that there's a lot of ask for it. A lot of people want a site written in PHP. It's a really
Yeah.
popular. It's really popular to build a website in PHP in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I was doing some research today. Have you heard of Udemy?
Udemy, yeah,
Yeah.
that's for the courses, right?
Now you can purchase a HTML5 course for about $17, but how far is that going to take you?
Um, I wouldn't buy a HTML video course. If you
Yeah.
have, I can't access the chat, but if you want to learn coding, I first have to say it's not easy. Um,
Mm.
it's it's hard work, but if you want to learn it, there's a website called freecodecamp.org.
Yeah.
They have a free course, uh, and at the end you can get a certificate. And there are also companies that
Sounds of it.
um,
Are you there? Just you lost you for a bit.
oh, sorry.
Could
Yeah,
you repeat what?
I'll be back
Uh,
in a sec. I'll try to connect to a different network.
yeah. Okay, so Yannick is connecting to a different network. We're just talking about building websites as well. And yeah, online e-commerce seems to be the future. I know with the coronavirus pandemic and all the border closures, it's been hard to get shipping. I know in Sydney, Australia, we've gone into a second lockdown, so that's going to suck for people ordering online because the borders are closed. Are you back,
Yeah,
Yannick?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
I was just yeah talking like when the borders shut and e-commerce and the pandemic has really delayed shipping a lot.
Yeah, yeah. For uh, you mean worldwide shipping, right?
Yeah, worldwide.
Yeah. If you're starting, I wouldn't recommend even shipping worldwide. I'll just stick to your own country for now.
Yeah,
Now with
because
the
that's the
pandemic,
thing.
the shipping times are crazy. So it's not going to benefit your business if you're going to ship worldwide.
No, I mean
At
you
least
look at
too small. Sorry.
Ali. You've heard of AliExpress.
Yeah.
Now that's what a lot of the Shopify users use, but you're shipping the products from China as well. But they say that they got free shipping, but they could take like a month just to get to the doorstep too.
Mm-hmm.
That's frustrating. I know
Yeah.
as a customer, I purchased an electric razor from Manscaped at the start of the pandemic. I waited 2 months, and that was DHL express shipping, and it took them 2 months. I was not very happy.
Yeah. Yeah. In the Netherlands, the shipping is it's pretty good. We we still have same day delivery.
Same day delivery, God, you guys are lucky.
Yeah, it's a luxury.
So is that same day delivery from like Amazon Prime, or is it
No,
any online shopping?
no. Amazon is it's still when you eat 1 day delivery. So when you order today, you get it tomorrow. But
Yeah,
we have a few web shops that where you can get the product delivered the same day if you order before 12 o'clock.
yeah.
And but you need to pay $2 or $3 extra, not that much.
God, if we were to get like priority shipping in Australia, it's like 20. Some of it's like $30, depending on what you're buying
Yeah,
to get it.
here in the Netherlands, it's really rare when people charge for shipping.
You serious?
Yeah,
Oh.
they just add it in the product, in the price of the product. They just
Ah,
they
okay.
just they just grab the product and they add. $10 on top of it for shipping, and that way they can say free shipping, but you're just paying for it.
It's a marketing strategy. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. Um, it There was a test in a study that was done, and one web shop charged $5 uh, for shipping and $10 for the product, and another web shop they just charged $20 for the product and free shipping.
Yeah.
So when you got the free shipping, it was still you still costed more, and the people just bought the free shipping more. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's. I know Amazon do that. Like they get people to sign up, for Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's free shipping, but you're paying a membership as well. So it's interesting all these marketing tactics to get people to buy products.
Yeah, and if you have a membership with Amazon, you're more
Hmm.
likely to buy your product with Amazon because you
Hmm.
already have the membership.
Hmm.
That's why they do the membership thing.
You see, Amazon, for instance. What annoys me the most is they start sending these marketing emails to try to get you to buy, or if you cancel your subscription with Prime, oh, please come back. It gets very annoying. It just pisses me off.
You can also unsubscribe from the email list.
Oh, they still do. Like, I don't know how they get people's email, but they capture so much data about the customers. It gets
Yeah,
weird.
in the Netherlands, the regulations about privacy are pretty strict. So
Oh,
companies, when you say you don't want to be emailed again, companies can't send you an email because otherwise
yeah,
you will get fined.
interesting. I know
It's
it's like that in Australia. Like I've unsubscribed from emails. Yeah, they still keep sending them to me. I'll tell them to unsubscribe. That
You can add it if you're using Gmail, right?
Hotmail. Well, I've got me business email with Office 365. That's got it's got a filter in it, so it throws it to the junk.
Mhm. Yeah,
I know you can report things with Microsoft too.
yeah. You can add an email to your spam, and then
Yeah,
you think they will just immediately send the emails from that email address to your junk files.
yeah. I mean, it depends. Like, this is what annoys me. Like, if you go and do online shopping, they make it very hard for you not to tick to opt out of any marketing emails because it's even the corporations doing it,
But can you
sending like,
blame them? Can
well,
you blame them?
eh.
I would do it too if I had a big company like that. Just
Because
keep sending
the,
mails for people to buy stuff.
the problem is if you keep sending an email list to someone who's not going to buy, you're kind of wasting your time if they're not clicking on
No,
it.
no.
No, why
What
is
you're
that?
doing when you just keep sending mails, you're just keep sending out your name.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's pretty risky because people can get a you can a bit ruin your reputation a bit, but people just keep looking at your name, so your brand is still getting out there. I wouldn't overdo it. I wouldn't send 5 emails per day trying to sell stuff. But once per week or something, it's good.
well, when I send my email list, I send it out once a month.
Yeah, what's in your email list?
It's like what I'm doing on YouTube. I'll write some like I try to keep it valuable to people to read it and to click. What I'm if I've got stuff on Spotify or You know, we're podcasting on the Greenroom, so I'll update that too.
How many subscribers do you have to your email list?
About 200, because I just started.
And how many people read them?
Maybe 3 will read them and click it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a numbers
because
game.
no, it's if you just add a section on your website where you can collect those emails,
Yeah,
you can get more people to read them because the leads from email marketing are pretty high. The conversion rate. You can people buy often from emails. It's around what was it, 10-15%? It's really high.
that is
With
true. I
websites,
mean,
it's only 1% or something.
but there are some companies that just overdo it too.
How do you mean overdo it?
So basically, they just, I don't know, twice a week they'll send it out. And for I don't know, in Australia, email marketing is not very popular here.
I think it is.
For some people, but for me, I like an email newsletter once a month. I find this more valuable in that.
Yeah, but it is marketing.
Yeah,
You're marketing your business by sending a newsletter.
but it's something that I've signed up to. Like, if I've purchased a music software, right, Yannick,
Hmm.
but then I start getting 2, 3 emails a week from a company, it gets annoying. And if I know what you're doing on your social media, it's like I don't need to have email marketing if I'm following you. That's just my view.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
how do you,
Here in the Netherlands, I can just unsubscribe from the newsletter, and I think that's all. I don't
yeah.
really know what you need to do.
Well, if you unsubscribe from newsletter, it's not going to guarantee people are going to stop sending it to you too.
Yeah, here in the Netherlands, before you can send newsletter, you first
Yeah.
need proof that the person you're sending it to agreed to receiving the newsletter. So you can't just
Ah,
send
okay.
to random people. So you need to collect email addresses through your website or uh, yeah through Greenroom, for example, and then you can
Like
send them. Otherwise,
through
you're
through me personal Hotmail account, I've been getting a lot of these scammers. They'll send these emails asking for money. We got Kudanya. Are you there?
Yes, 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 I'm
Yeah.
very much here. Yeah, hello, hello, everybody. Nice to be here.
Hello.
Nice to be here.
Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from India, and uh, India, yeah, New Delhi to be exact. So, uh, hello, Stephen. Hello, Yannick. I hope I have pronounced the name correctly. And
Yep.
you can call me AJ. If the Khrania word sounds a bit difficult, so AJ will be fine.
AJ.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
AJ, feel free to
Yeah.
comment. We're just talking about marketing and business as well.
Okay. Okay.
We're just
Yeah.
talking about email lists and what's your thoughts on email lists?
Email are good if you in my understanding, it all depends on the type of email list you have got, uh, because if it's about people whom you know, then you can communicate to them much more directly, or even through email. That is fine, but nowadays the thing is that a lot of people not do not prefer too many emails, so you got to have a very fine balance between how many emails that you are sending to them, because if it's about YouTube content, then and you are only creating content, say, on a weekly basis, then once a week it's still okay. But suppose if you are doing more than that, then it all depends on the type of people you have got on the YouTube on the email list. It will all depend on that. So I guess it's 50-50 in my opinion.
I totally agree with that. You explained it really well.
Yeah, can you say that again, Yannick? You were broken.
Yeah, my internet it's really crap today. But I said I agreed with AJ said.
Yeah, not sending too many emails is the thing too, AJ.
Yes, yes, because not only in India, you see, India has got a huge number of people that's rising in terms of internet usage, and nowadays in so many, apps and other places, you create email, you have to create an email, but a lot of people now don't prefer that too many emails come in, then because then that they just block it. They have uh, that power with them to block the emails, and even business people. So it all depends on, I guess in India, if you ask me, people prefer to share about YouTube content, intimating them on WhatsApp. They create a WhatsApp group, and then they send the link to your YouTube channel, or a new content, and that's it. So people, if they want to watch it, they watch it, and if they want to be on your list, in the WhatsApp list, they are there, or they are free to move out. But that ways, your content moves around very quickly. So everybody on that WhatsApp, broadcast list, they get it. They want to watch it whatever time, or they don't want to watch it. It's up to them. But it, I guess it's much more quicker than email, but I guess in several other countries, email is what, much more less intrusive. But then it all depends on what time they see it and how many actually want to get emails. So as I said, it's a 50-50. It all depends on the type of list that you have got, the number of the email list that you have got. In subscriber base, if you are asking me about subscription based content, then there it works better, because people have subscribed to your list or a newsletter, if it all there is, maybe if it's a case of Substack. But then they wait for it, then they are obviously, they have given you permission for that. So you see, that's as I said, to each one, it all works differently.
Yeah, exactly. I was just talking to Yannick before about these scam emails going around. Amazon scams, Netflix scams as well. And it's a very dangerous world out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll tell you what, anything that you find, even if you put the most exclusive content filter onto your email list, still so many of them land into your inbox, and that's the very scary part. So there, when it's something is in your inbox, you are you put your defenses a bit down, but not anymore, and forget about the junk mail. So whatever it is, any email that comes in from a different sort of an ID, people are very suspicious or cautious about it. And if they are not, then someday, they might fall into trouble. And in fact, in India, I'll tell you what, and I guess it is in other countries, unsolicited emails can be, penalized. People may have to give penalties for unsolicited emails. So how to balance that, how to get permissions beforehand, because it can be any individual, he can, just report you. Or if you are an organization, if you are doing say, creating content for an organization, and you do mass mailing to people just for, asking them to see your content, then they can, go to the authorities, or even ask you directly through a court of law for penalties for unsolicited emails.
Yeah, there's a lot of these iCloud emails going around saying that your account's being hacked, or you owe money to Netflix as well. Those are scams.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And they're very clever. They know how to copy an actual email from Amazon. Like, they're getting so clever, AJ.
Yes, in fact, I've got a couple of people I know into the cyberspace, security measures, and I've
Yeah.
seen some of these things coming in. Now, what is the biggest dangerous thing that is happening is that you can create a phishing email ID or a website ID by the same name, except that you have to, use a different font for a phishing site. So how does anybody know about it? If suppose if it's a citibank.com and a phishing site or a phishing email that is absolutely same as an email ID of citibank.com. So suppose if it's citibank.com, but and the phishing mail is also from the citibank.com, except that they are using a different font. So say bank and B is different, or one word, just even one character, uh, they can use a different font, and computer takes it as a as something, as something uh, perfectly all right. So you consider it as genuine, and you may just fall for it. That is very, very scary. Means I'm very conscious about these things, but even I don't know how to deal with that. I guess I hope I'm clear, able to explain what I'm trying to do on this particular part.
No,
Yeah,
you're doing a good job, AJ. Good on ya.
Thank you, thank
the
you.
scary part is I don't know if you guys are familiar with DNS.
So the next time I get such an email, if there is a process, I'm very new to Greenroom, so I'll share it with you people, so that you also are cautious about such things.
Yeah, I actually report emails that are scams to Google scam website, but there's also going DNS attack going around. And what a DNS attack is, it DNS is, for example, a phone book from your computer. It there it stores um, all the traffic of the website. So
Yannick, you're breaking up. Could you repeat?
I was explaining what a DNS attack is.
Okay, could you repeat what you last said? We couldn't.
Oh, sorry about that. A DNS is the phone book, for example, the phone book of a computer. There it stores all the locations from the website on the internet. So when a hacker hack your DNS, it can say, for example, that the website of Facebook is the website of Twitter. So when your DNS is hacked from your computer, um, you think you're on the right website, but you're actually being hacked. It yeah, and it's no real way to see if you're on the right website.
How do you know if you've had a DNS attack, Yannick?
And that's the difficult part. You don't really know.
Because you remember ransomware that went around a few years ago. Someone would just send out a link and it would just lock the computers.
Yeah, the only thing the only thing I can suggest for to prevent DNS is just don't click on links that someone has sent you. If you have a mail from the bank, don't click on the link, but just
Oh
go
God, no!
through Google to the site of your bank.
I
Never
net
click on links. Never.
exactly. I don't get bank statements sent to the email. I get them sent to my letterbox. Mail, mail.
Yeah, because sometimes you get mails that are that have a different styling to it.
Yeah.
There's like a button, right? There's a button, and when you click on a button, you open a website. But the location where the button takes you, that can be modified. So, for example, if you have a scam mail from Facebook and they have a button in the mail to view profile, that button can lead to any link they want.
Wow.
You will learn it as you learn HTML. Called an href link.
Yep. So that's bad. That's just And we got Helly. Hello.
Hi, I'm from Finland, and I'm actually just came to listen to your tips because I'm
Awesome.
working with YouTubers in yeah I'm working in an organization or not working, but we have an organization called YouTubers in Finland.
And
Organize some trainings for YouTubers in Finland every now.
yeah, we're doing a podcast. We're just talking about keeping safe online. You got any tips?
Since
Yeah,
I
Stephen, yeah,
just arrived, so
Yeah,
I have to
AJ.
catch a bit what you have been talking.
yeah,
Yeah, what were you
yeah.
gonna
In
say,
fact,
AJ?
yeah. Actually, I just that time when you were talking about ransomware, uh, I would like to add to that, like ransomware earlier, it was that people might get into your computers and ask for some ransom, but I guess now the whole world is changing and they are taking away, taking, over utilities. And it happened in India 1.5 years back, and a lot of international hackers. So the government did not speak about it, but then it came out. But I talk about Germany also. Last December, what happened in Germany was that uh, a woman, she died because hackers ransomware took over a hospital in Germany. Okay, and the problem was that uh, when the lady, she was unwell, when they called a particular hospital, and since it was taken over by ransomware, they directed her to go to a hospital 35 kilometers away. And in that process, she was suffering from a difficult disease illness. So, but what led this particular incident led to her death in some way or the other. And this was considered to be as the first death because of ransomware. So as we move towards this, more use of artificial intelligence and machine learning, I guess machines are learning too much about us, and that is very difficult, going to be difficult in the coming days, because a lot of people nowadays believe that hacking and getting money out of people is perhaps a better job than actually sweating out for it, and especially in places where there is a lack of employment opportunities and where there are other issues. So we got to look at the developing world differently, the underdeveloped world differently, and some societies who are financially they are well off, but that's the only point I wanted to make, because ransomware is a big issue everywhere, I guess.
It still is. Like someone could just send you a link, and then you click it, and boom, just locked your computer.
Yeah.
The hackers are just getting so clever and clever every year. Like they just don't stop.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's also important for people to understand the technology that they're using.
Well, to hack a computer, it's not an easy thing, Yannick.
Yeah, there are even YouTube tutorials that explain you exactly how you can hack a computer. I actually for a company that I work with a smartphone repair shop,
Yeah.
and we made a YouTube series where we explain to our customers how easy it is for a hacker to hack your computer, your smartphone, to collect your personal data. It's very easy.
It would be easy, but
I needed a
yeah.
month of learning to understand how it works. A month.
But see, Apple tend to make it very hard for their hardware, their security to be hacked.
Yeah, but it's still possible.
What's that?
It's still possible. The iPhones are really secure, but the MacBooks can still be hacked.
They can, but they advise you to keep your software updated, right? But the
Yeah,
only problem is it takes up so much room and storage, and then it just starts draining your battery. It can do the reverse to your computer, or even iPhone if you're on an older model, and that's frustrating.
yeah, but that's Apple. They don't like to support older phones.
Mm. But
It costs a lot to to do maintenance to make the software work on older phones.
well, exactly. Helly, how do you feel about hacking? You got any input into
Well,
this?
well, since we have a really rare language in Finland, we are a little bit more safe because hackers are still really poor in talking Finnish, and the translations, even Google translation doesn't work perfectly. So we can still spot.
Oh yeah, they target elderly people. I'll tell you that. They target elderly people.
Yeah, I know, but since we don't have English as a first language, so those scammers can't speak Finnish, so it makes it a
Mm.
bit more hard to scam us.
Interesting, interesting. You know, but that's what it is. It's I mean, you look at the government; they got all this personal information about people. Now the government got hacked, and all people's private privacy was leaked. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, we had a really huge case just a few months ago where a psychological center got hacked and all the information of the patients got out, even the patient records, like information what they had told to psychologists, and that was really,
Oh my god!
and it was leaked.
See, what's the?
Everything was
Oh
leaked.
no!
Yes.
See, if you have like a cloud backup, I want your input, AJ, Yannick, and Helly. Do you prefer a cloud backup or backing up on a hard drive?
Well, I would say it all depends on what type of data it is, because then again there has to be a balancing act, because if you have a system where you can put some data on your hard drive, then you are the lucky one, because you have put some good money for the laptop, or for any device. But if you it depends on how much data you have. And then the cloud part, yes, it is. Suppose if you are using Dropbox, some of the secure ones, perhaps, but then again, there you can't get to more than 2 GB. On the cloud, then you got Google Drive, you have got 15 GB. So all depending on the type of data you have, it all depends. But I would say, if you have uh, some data which you find is, should not be allowed to go, or compromised in any manner, then it is better that you take it on a separate hard drive. You buy a extra hard drive, and put that data down into that would be much more safer. But to put it simply on your computer's hard drive, again, I guess for hackers it is not a big deal if they want to hack into it. And if all depends on, but the cloud may again be difficult, because it is owned by some very, very good companies. So as I said, it all depends on what sort of a data you have, what sort of a system you have, and how much your system can take in terms of data or what sort of a service you have got on the cloud. But the best, I guess, is you have a hard drive, and you know you got very good hard drives. You can carry that data. That's much more safe. You just back up the data and keep it safe with you. That's it all depends on different people and different choices they want to have.
My husband works for Nokia, so he has installed us very easy system so that every time when I go into our Wi-Fi with my phone, it auto syncs all the and moves all the photos and videos to a separate hard drive. And then all the material that I'm going to need for work and that I want to get touch to, then that I save to Google Drive as well. So I kind of have double.
I
Yeah.
think you're using a NAS server, a NAS storage unit. It's another it's a handy way to store data, but you need to watch out because it's a storage unit that connects. It can be accessed through Wi-Fi, so it also can be hacked. Oh, I think my internet's gone out again.
No, that's a good point that you brought up. Free Wi-Fi, is that bad?
Yeah,
AJ, Heli, Yannick, do you
yeah.
stay?
They
Do
they
you?
can everything you do on public Wi-Fi is it can be recorded.
I know
So
I
if you
seldomly use, maybe sometimes have to for short time on airports or something like that, but try to.
What about a virtual private network? Will that help?
no, if you're serious about your privacy, just use your data, your police data.
What about AJ? How do you feel about public Wi-Fi?
I don't use it. Simply that. But then I guess in India it's very uh, the phone connections are very cheap in terms of data as of now till now. Some years back it was stronger, but now but because there is a lot of competition right now, so we got the data very cheap at the moment. So I don't use public Wi-Fi, never. Maybe if I'm in the office, then office Wi-Fi, but there also anything which is used by several people at the same time, it is better to avoid that. Uh, if it Yes,
Same with pricing here in Finland. That I think it's really low cost, and all the telephone companies offer unlimited data because competition.
yes.
I can see we got Muhammad.
Yes,
How are you?
thank you. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for inviting me up. Yeah, I was just listening to your conversation, and I think was it Yannick and the other person could deny. Yeah, who was saying use your mobile data instead of public. But what if you use VPN? The is it not secure enough to use it? Especially when I'm sitting on the coffee shop, let's say Starbucks or Costa in the UK. So I just whenever I use public Wi-Fi, I use my VPN. It worked for me perfectly for the past couple of years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's also a good idea.
yeah. Using a VPN is secure, but I would still recommend just using your data. You can also use your if you really want to learn about it. There's a YouTuber. I think his name is Network Chuck, and he explained really well uh, how your data can be uh, regarded when you use public Wi-Fi. He just said at Starbucks, and people just connected to his uh, to his network that he set up, and his network was set up to connect to Starbucks. So people just got internet, but everything they did got recorded.
Okay, yeah. Now I got you. Yes. So someone can make fake Wi-Fi and to appear it's Starbucks, and you're not using Starbucks. You're using actually someone else's Wi-Fi and collecting your data.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
yeah.
When
Even if you're using a VPN, sometimes when you want to connect to a network, they ask you to fill in your email or enter your phone number. So when a hacker sets up a private network, let's say for Starbucks, for example, they can collect your email or your phone number, and then you will get scam mails or scam calls from people that try to scam you. So I would recommend just use your data. It's simpler and it's not that expensive.
now with like you got DuckDuckGo and Tor browsers now. They don't store what you're searching on online. Uh, is anyone using a dark web browser, DuckDuckGo or Tor, or an Onion browser?
Yeah, but it's slow because you're accessing remote servers. So when you request to access the website, your request goes through a lot of servers. So, for example, you try to access uh, Google, but your browser first sends a request to Japan, then to China, then to Germany, and then it goes to the website you want to access. So it's secure, but it delays the time you can access the website.
See, I stopped using Google because they were selling all information about you, just bombarding people with advertising. So I moved to DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, there's sometimes I still use Chrome, but Chrome uses a lot of RAM storage.
Yeah,
So I also use open source browsers. They're a lot lighter for your computer to use.
exactly. You were going to say something, AJ?
Just a thing like even if see, nowadays it's very difficult to run away from Google because your email is there, several things are there on your personal computer. You want to have that ease of access every time. You don't want to log in. So maybe I try maybe this Ghostry privacy ad blocker. So if you can use it as an extension, maybe that works also. Uh, to some extent, obviously, as I said, we even if we use the best of things, you cannot be sure about 100%, secure about it. Then we
Mm.
got, even Quick Heal gives an anti tracker. So this is what we can use for day-to-day protection on your day-to-day usage of your uh, you know uh, on your day-to-day internet usage. Rest I don't know, I'm not a tech guy as such, but these are the best things I think. How to move away from Google, I am Google Chrome, I don't know as yet. If there are any suggestions on that.
DuckDuckGo. That's what I'm using.
Okay, is it uh, but does it log you out or every time each time that you know shut down your computer?
Uh, yeah, it doesn't store all your data, and you can actually erase it forever. Not like Google, because even if you delete your search history from Google, they've still got it. Where DuckDuckGo get rid of it completely.
But do you still use the Google search engine?
No, DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, but Google is when you search something on DuckDuckGo, you still get the Google, right?
You can, but DuckDuckGo's got their own version.
Um,
Okay. So how is it, Stephen? How is it different than using general Google Chrome?
Basically, you're not being bombarded with advertising on DuckDuckGo.
Okay.
Is number one. Keywords. I don't have to worry about keywords like I do on Google.
Okay.
I still use Google because it's
Yeah,
part of my job. I help companies rank on Google, so I still need to use Google Chrome and stuff. But if you care about not seeing ads, you don't have to use DuckDuckGo. You can just install an ad blocker extension on your Google Chrome browser, and you won't get ads.
true. But see, Google is selling all your information to third-party advertisers. You know that.
Yeah, I'm one of those
Yes.
parties who used it.
That's why I walked away from it because I was just fed up.
Yeah, I wouldn't really care about it. If you're worried about people selling your data, I would move away from Facebook. Google is not that bad.
Even if you try incognito browsers, it's still a pain in the backside.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what is incognito about it because they can still track you.
Are you serious? They can still track you on incognito mode.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
incognito is not a private mode. Incognito just means you're opening a browser just the same when you just installed Google Chrome. You're installing a clean version without any extensions, without any password recognition. Just a clean browser. You aren't using a private browser. The meaning behind incognito is a bit it's not clear to a lot of people. It doesn't mean it's private. When you want
Yeah.
to, want to access the internet private, you need to use a VPN or a proxy server, but not incognito.
Gotcha. But see, yeah, there's so much info. The internet now is just, I don't know. There's no privacy anymore.
Yeah, I just have one question, Stephen. You
Yeah,
mentioned .go.
yeah.
How when you search anything, is it will you find everything you search like Google, or is it similar? How does it work?
Similar to Google. So you search what you want, but they're not tracking you like Google. They're not selling your data.
Yeah, maybe at the moment, but they might do later on when they grow bigger. I think most of the companies in the beginning they
Yeah.
tell people they're not selling their data to any third part, and then later on you find out, oops, they did it again, and yeah, so yeah.
And that could
DuckDuckGo
be.
isn't a company. DuckDuckGo is an open source browser, so you can access the code. Everyone can see what DuckDuckGo the browser is doing. Are you familiar with open source, Mohammed?
With sorry,
Do you know what open source means?
open source.
Yeah, DuckDuckGo is an open source browser, so you can even download the code that DuckDuckGo is using. So you can just you can see whatever the browser does with your data.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. I was not familiar with that. Yeah, that's good.
Same is for Fire.
But I think you're right, Mohammed. That could be something in the future, but I'd hope not.
Now,
That
as I said,
DuckDuckGo would do that.
DuckDuckGo isn't a company. It's just
Yeah.
the name of a browser. It's an open source browser. It isn't a company.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
I believe nothing is for free. Anything that we use, even this platform, I don't think it's free. It's just a free, just to call it free, but they're using your data as well. So nothing comes free, and even our time is not free. So they're using our time to be here, and the more we are here, we're growing the platform bigger. So that's part of the the plan behind it.
Could be. I think you could be right, Mohammed. Nothing's free. There's no free lunch.
Well, Google also said the same thing, but as you said, we can't have, till the time these people come to become another Google. It's best to make best use of it, or whatever is possible, you know, and that will be some time from now, maybe that will be.
Yeah, take what you can in the beginning, is what I think.
Yes, make have as much till the sun shines.
Yeah. But you see, you got all these coding, right? People coding for Google. Yannick might know a bit more about this. What's involved to be a web developer for Google, Yannick?
A lot of headaches. No, I wouldn't work for Google.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't like it. It,
Why is
it.
it?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to work for a big tech company like that and just sit behind the desk all day.
True. AJ, what do you do? Are you involved in tech?
No, not at all. Very far away, far from it. Means I'm basically a journalist. So I've spent several years in journalism now. So
No.
now more into independent journalism and more of content creator. So I've got my podcast. So in the last 1 year, I'm trying to do something on that front. Write content for some companies also, and write independent content wherever possible. So most now, in the last 1 year, I've decided to become a full-fledged content creator, part of the creator economy now.
That's amazing. Keep up with it.
Yeah, so that gives you a chance to have a bit, because I'll tell you what, uh, in journalism also, I got trained to be a very for journalists, but then journalism, I guess even worldwide is changing shape, and in India it is the same thing. Advertisers are gone, publications are gone, channels are gone. So you got to have your own way of using your skills in content creation, other rather than waiting for others to come up. So I'm trying things on Substack also. So when, as long as I can build up a good revenue model.
Are you on YouTube as well, AJ?
Yes, I am. See, that's the logo, the logo that I'm using on my what you call name. So that's the KJ Studio Podcast. So you can find me there.
Now, how are you with search engine optimization on YouTube?
I don't know much about it. So you see, I haven't got much traction on YouTube. I try to, I'm trying to understand more about hashtags and all, and maybe,
Me too.
yeah. So search engine optimization, yes, I need to understand better till now.
The algorithm's always changing all the time. Muhammad, do you have any input into that too? What's that?
Sorry, you just interrupted by phone. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but and it's a Somali speaking, so it's not English speaking, and the algorithm works there differently. So But the hashtag is the way I use the hashtag is on the when I upload a video, any content I upload, I put on the description side when you're describing what the content is about, then you can put 2 or 3 hashtags and just for on the topic, and I think that helps. But I'm not an expert in this field, so yeah, I hope to get more information from you since you had this
Yeah,
title. You
same here, Mohammed.
That's why I
Maybe
came.
Stephen, you got some insight into it.
Yeah, I sure did. I'll tell you about SEO for YouTube. They want keywords to rank you high in the algorithm, meaning, description, tags, titling your videos, keeping to the content, keeping viewers engaged as well. The algorithm tracks to see how often your audience is coming to watch your videos too. So these algorithms are pretty much becoming like another human, I think.
So you see, if you try and understand all the changing stuff tech at the all the time, then when do you create content? Because you see, too much. If you start thinking too much on the changing algorithm, it's not a static thing that once you have learned, it stays that way. So what's the easy way out of it? Because a content creator can create content. He can push his content by using better hashtags, better headlines. I don't know how to use that. Use other tech stuff, on a day-to-day basis. Is that how much is that
Can I
possible?
add
We'll come
something to
back.
that?
Sorry, I'll come back in 2 minutes.
Okay. What were you going to say, Yannick?
I was saying if I could answer the question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Steven, I'm gonna help you out a bit here.
Yeah.
AJ, are you familiar with SEO optimization extensions for Google Chrome? Do you use them?
Yeah, I'm here. AJ, you there?
Yes, I am. I am, but I need to also go, Stephen, because
Yeah.
got some work. So, but I'll catch you again. How do I continuously catch you on your shows? What time do you come normal? Because
Uh,
I'm just
7,
2 days old on this green room.
yeah, 7 p.m. Sydney, Australia time is when I'm going live.
Right.
If you follow me or if you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, you can keep up to date and you can get notifications on the Green Room when I'm starting a show.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll
if
do
you
that,
just
Stephen.
follow, you'll get an invite whenever the Stephen opens a new
Okay.
room.
Okay, Stephen. Okay. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
AJ.
Have a good day. Have a good
You
day,
too.
Yannick. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Yeah, so Yannick, as we were saying about content strategies before.
Yeah, it's unfortunate indeed they had to go, but well, I wanted to explain to them the program, the program called TubeBuddy, where you have
Yeah.
videos. So yeah, if I had the time to explain what the extension was, you could pop the affiliate link in the chat and you can finally make an affiliate sale.
Nah, look, yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast today. It
Yeah, no problem.
was a really good chat. You got to go?
No, I have time. I,
Okay. So what else is happening with you, Yannick? What are you working on today?
today not much. It's a quiet day today. I
Yeah,
probably shouldn't say that because now I will get busy.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm just working on websites. I had some free time, so I'm pretty much.
Nah, that's so cool. Mohammed, you're back.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome back. So what do you do for your career, Mohammed?
Yeah, I run a family business, so yeah, in the UK. So that's what I do, and most of the time I work from home. That's what I've done the past 4 years. When people went on lockdown and working from home, that was nothing too new to me, so I was used to it. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, and I was thinking, you guys have probably YouTube channels, since you are talking about YouTube content strategies.
yeah.
What's the best strategy to go, to use when you are creating content for non-English speaking people? I don't know if you have experience. Maybe Yannick could.
Do you
Yanni
use
could answer
subtitles?
that.
Do you use subtitles in your videos?
What's
That's what
that,
I
yeah?
do. Is my connection breaking up?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. No, I was asking at Mohammed if he uses subtitles on his video, because it's handy when people, when you're making content for people that don't really understand the language that well, they can just read along.
You mean to have subtitles on the videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. And do you recommend subtitles in English or only for which, or the same language, or how do you? Because
What type of content do you
I've
mean?
seen some
What's your
videos.
audience? What's your audience? What's your target audience? Which language do you speak?
They speak Somali. I've seen a couple of YouTube channels where they have subtitles on the same language, and some videos where they have the language they speak on the video. They don't subtitle it; they subtitle it in English, so the English-speaking people can understand what the video is about. But my main target is for the Somali-speaking in Somalia or anywhere they are. So that's my focus. The difficulty I see is, since I'm using the keywords in Somali, and I think probably some of them are using the keywords when they're searching on the search engine, like Google or YouTube. They use English keywords, so sometimes I mix Somali language and English, both of them. That's what I use. The funny thing is, one of the videos I made was early to 2021, and it was about Clubhouse. And I've realized the search of Clubhouse, was high, and that gave one of my videos 14,000 views. And the other videos has average maybe 300 views. So that's the average. I'm new on YouTube.
Okay.
Congratulations for that, Mohammed.
Yeah, 40,000 viewers is amazing.
That's
That's
impressive.
Yeah, and I'm
yeah.
thinking maybe it's just because of the, some keywords are easy to search. It's because when Clubhouse was new, not new, in early 2021, not many people knew about Clubhouse, and that's when I saw the opportunity to just explain what Clubhouse is in my native language, which I did, and that's what not generated, but that's what made the views go up on specifically on that video. The other videos has average 300. Most of the time I talk about business advices, strategies, since I have my own business that I run from home. So yeah, just to give people insight how it is to have your own business running.
And what business are you running from home, Mohammed? What do you do?
Yeah, two things. One is cleaning company that I have here in the
No.
UK. I have stuff. Most of it is remotely. The other thing is a business directory. As I mentioned a couple of times, I am Somali, born in Somalia but raised in Norway and currently living in the UK.
You.
I saw opportunity in the Somali community. They don't have a business directory.
You.
That's when I saw the need of business directory, and then I created a business directory called Wahelay. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Somalia. In the beginning of the 90s, it was a civil war in Somalia, and many fled to other countries, especially in the Western countries. And when they settled down, they created, they started their own businesses. And as you guys have seen some Somali businesses in your neighborhood. They start their businesses, but the problem is they don't know about each other. So one problem is if I am Somali and I go to, for example, in another city, let's say to another country, for example, to Germany, Berlin, and I'm looking for a Somali restaurant, it's hard to find the restaurant I'm looking for, and unless I know someone in the local area. And it's a lot of hassle to call around family and friends to ask them direction. So the need was there, and that's what I created a business directory to make it easy for Somalis across the globe to find other Somali-owned businesses. That's number one, and the other one is the clinic company. So I do, when you're sitting home and do work from home, you have a lot of time in your hands. So that's how I became creative and started testing different businesses. And when I see the need, I start quickly.
Yeah, I suppose work from home is the best, Mohammed. You know, I work from home too, and I'm sure Yannick works from home. Do you work from home, Yannick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think it's becoming the new future.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think anyone wants to go back to the offices. So, yeah.
And why would you? Because you think you got to rent an office, and then you got to, have insurance. And it costs you money just to have a business. Why not have it at home? It's better.
Yeah, I actually tried it, and I had office for almost a year, and I was paying around £500 monthly, include all inclusive. 500 every month, and when I calculated, it was just a loss of money, waste of money. So I could run my business from home, still save that 500.
Yeah. What was included in the rent, Mohammed?
Yeah, the electricity, everything included. So I didn't need to pay anything else, because some offices, when you're renting, you have to pay other expenses separately. But this one was all inclusive, like the electricity and anything that goes wrong. And some places they tell you you're renting the place and you have to pay electricity separately, and they just tell you that to make extra money. So the best thing to do is when you're renting an office to have all inclusive.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the necessities.
Hi guys,
Hello.
you guys are making strategies of making YouTube content, right?
Yeah, we're just having a chat about business as well. Where you from?
I'm from Iron.
Sorry, I didn't
Where
hear
are
you.
you from?
Where are you from? I couldn't
Yeah.
understand what you were saying. What's
Can you hear
your
me?
name and where are you from?
Yeah, it's a very bad line.
Hello? You still there?
Is
Yeah, so Mohammed,
is anyone making money?
as you were saying about renting the office space, so you're renting it for about a year?
Yeah, I was renting for about a year. It was just lost of money basically, because when you are and when you have a cleaning company, it's different, and it's not a shop where people just coming in and buy something and then just leave. So that way you can get money if you have a shop. But when you have a cleaning company, it's different, and it depends what type of cleaning company you have. The one that I have is mostly done from home. People can do booking online, and once they do the booking, and then I schedule a cleaner, and that's how I basically do. There's no need of having an office where the cleaners come and go. So that's how I figured out later on.
Oh, good on you for that. No, that's amazing that you figured out a cheaper way. Are you able to get that rent money back on your taxes or not?
The rent that was 2 years ago, but I have this business for almost 3-4 years now.
Yeah,
Almost 4 years now. So it was the beginning, and as you know, when you are a startup, you fail and not failing, but you do some mistakes, and then you recover from your mistakes, and that's how you just grow. Um,
yeah,
by doing mistakes, that's how you grow your business. Same as YouTube as well. In the beginning, I was doing some mistakes, especially with the hashtag that you and Yannick mentioned. There's always something to learn. As Yannick mentioned, I will try to do the subtitle definitely on the next videos. And the important thing is to be consistency is important. I've realized on YouTube as well. So you guys can say something about that.
Yeah,
yeah.
if you want to
Consistent.
optimize the keywords of your videos, there is an extension called TubeBuddy. Stephen could pop a link in the chat. If,
Oh yeah,
Stephen
I'll,
is an affiliate from TubeBuddy. It's
yeah.
a
I'll
free,
pop a link now.
it's a free extension that you can add to your Chrome browser, and that way you can see if your videos that you're publishing are uh, search engine optimized or not. So you can go to YouTube videos from your competitors that are making similar content, and you can see which keywords they are using. So you can basically um, watch what videos are doing great and which keywords they use.
Yeah, that's the thing. Keywords are the new thing. That's a marketing strategy too, Yannick?
Yeah, it's just what just looking at what works and just copying it.
Hmm. But see, when you got a small channel, it's more competitive for you to rank number one too on YouTube. But as you grow, it gets much easier.
Yeah, I've recently downloaded connected the TubeBuddy
Hmm.
on my to my YouTube. It's quite good, and I haven't used it so much. It's easy to understand, but the thing is, as I mentioned before, the keywords are English keywords, so it depends on, I don't know, if it's possible to add other keywords to see if it catches uh, other language as well.
It should be. You should be able to add keywords in multiple languages.
Yeah, for
Should.
me it also worked, and for it works with Dutch. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about other languages, but it works for Dutch and English. That's what I know. The only two languages that I use. So.
Yeah. How long have you been doing the YouTube, Stephen and Yannick?
I've been on 1 year. I've got my YouTube link in my bio if you'd like to have a look, Mohammed. It's music.
And I don't have a personal YouTube channel, but I manage the YouTube channel for a company.
Okay, yeah.
What about you, Mohammed? How long have you been on YouTube for?
Not that long. The first time was just experiment. I uploaded a video almost 2 years ago, and that was just to see how YouTube was. I didn't upload another video until a year and a half almost later on.
You.
So, and then I started the beginning of this year, a couple of videos. So from there, I just kept doing it.
Yeah, just be consistent with it. Pick a day that you upload. I upload on Fridays. Tell your fans or your subscribers videos out every Friday. It's just consistency.
Yeah, I think consistency is very important. Also the content, because sometimes what I've seen on some YouTubers, they just upload stuff without actually thinking about the quality. They more focus
Exactly.
on quantity. That's what I'm worried about. I don't upload unless I have a good quality content. That's what holding me back sometimes to not upload as much as I wish to.
Here's a little challenge for you. Try to publish one video a week. That could be a goal for you.
Yeah, I will definitely try that. Thanks.
Because that and then you start putting your end screens in your cards, and then that starts promoting your older videos, and they like it, they'll watch it, and they'll come back, and they'll comment. Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, I will try that. Yeah, thanks. I will once a week, even though it's I don't know. But what's the best when when you're creating a content? Some people
Yeah.
say the length of the video should be so much. Some say 7 minutes, some say 15 minutes, and some 20 minutes. But for me personally, if I see a video that's more than 10 minutes, I don't click to watch. But if
No,
it's less than 10 minutes.
I don't blame you. If you can keep it to 5 minutes or even 1 minute, and you're short and you're to the point and you've added value, I'd rather watch a 1 minute video where you've answered all my questions. Because you can have a problem if you do. I know from personal experience, if I've uploaded a 20-minute video, it can start waffling on a bit. So it's just getting short and to the point, Mohammed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll try that because most of my videos are around 7 minutes, maximum eight. Think, if I remember correctly. But I'm planning to do something, to do some change and upload about maximum 3 to 4 minutes to see if there's any change there.
Because people's attention span is very short now for some reason. I know mine is too. Like you can see a 2-3 minute video just go viral on YouTube. So that's what people are watching now.
If you're planning on making videos for around 2 to 3 minutes long, you can also try to publish them on TikTok, for example. Maybe you can get
Hmm.
some audience from YouTube.
Could you repeat that, Yannick? You're breaking up.
Yeah, I said if you're making YouTube videos from for 3 minutes long, you can
Yeah,
try to publish them on TikTok.
yeah,
TikTok added an update, so you can now publish videos up to 3 minutes long. So maybe you could try that and get some audience from TikTok to your YouTube channel.
yeah. That's a good strategy too. So, Mohammed, what inspired you to become the entrepreneur?
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting question. I always had that in me. When you I always think about new stuff, creative. My creativity was extremely high, and that's when I start figuring out to start my own businesses. And when you work for someone, you get tired of it eventually. And
Mm,
it depends how long can you work for someone. That's when you have to figure out if that's what you want to do. And some people, I'm not saying everyone should become entrepreneur. But some people if you have the entrepreneur skills, then go for it. If not,
mm,
keep working up until and it depends. As long as you're happy with what you're doing, that should be the important thing to do. So yeah, and I figured out from young age that I have to start my own businesses, and that's what I always wanted. But when you are young, you can't do it. You have to get the experience and work your way up. Yeah, that's basically it. There's no right time to do to start a business. It's just you have to have the knowledge.
Mm. Oh yeah, and it's a lot of trial and error because I've just I think I've completed my first year as an entrepreneur, and yeah, it's a lot of you learn the hard way. I think in the beginning.
You know, so many people they glamorize, or how do I say? By the way, English not my first language, so if I speak some mistakes, so pardon me and sorry for that. But yeah, you know, some people they glamorize the entrepreneurship and those kind of things. That's one thing I've seen, especially on social media. It's nothing glamorous about being entrepreneur. It's hard work, 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 work. That's what they do. You have to be, yeah, you have to have a discipline. You have to wake up and do what you have to do. There's no room for mistakes. It depends on what type of field you are in. Um, yeah, it's long nights working, more work, less sleep, kind of. It's not, but on the social media you see people glamorizing being entrepreneurship. You have a lot of free time, but the thing is, if you free up your time to be lazy and to do party and to do other things, that's not profiting your business, then you're just wasting your time. That's the image they're portraying as being
Mm. How many hours a day are you working at the moment?
Honestly, not much as before, but because now everything is kind of autopilot, if I can say that. But always trying to, if I have if I free up my time, I start thinking about a next project, different small projects, collaboration with other people, and that's when I figure out that I have more time for YouTube and also a podcast that I recently started.
Oh,
So
good on
yeah,
you! Congratulations.
yeah, thanks, bro.
Nah, it's like it's like I think me and Yannick before in a couple of episodes were talking about that passive income. It's a lot of hard work in the beginning to be able to make money work for you. That's the goal as the entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, but you have to use your time wisely. That's one thing, and the other thing is if you if you have more time to do other stuff, you can figure out, you can test your limits. For example, me, I personally never thought about starting a podcast. That's something I did 2 months ago.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think that it depends on what your interest is. I never thought about doing a podcast until 2 months ago. And the reason is because I had, as I mentioned before, I had more time in my hands, and I was figuring out what can I do with the time instead of just lazying and yeah, not doing anything, and instead of watching Netflix and those kind of things. And that's when I
Mm.
figured out maybe I could just try podcast and see how it goes. So yeah, but it's not easy to do podcast as well. But
No,
if I can compare the YouTube, yeah, being a YouTuber, I don't know if I can say I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber yet until, yeah, I don't know. People say YouTuber. Yeah, if I can compare YouTube and podcast, I think podcast is much easier because the content is much easier to figure out. For example, for me, when I do the podcast, it's just basically interview. When I'm interviewing people, then I try to ask the right question, and when I get the answer, and then um, the editing is not difficult, but on YouTube,
Mm,
you have to think about the lightning, the audio.
mm.
There's so many things you have to think about. The editing part on the YouTube is also not easy.
No, I mean each to their own. Like I'm a very creative person. Like I quite enjoy YouTube. It was just like the marketing side for me has been a struggle with the keywords, and that's always been my weakness. I mean everyone has their strengths and weaknesses too, Mohammed.
Yeah. And what do you do, Stephen?
Music. I'm a composer, YouTuber. Create more creative arts. I'm looking to teach clarinet, guitar, music theory for students as well. So I've got a production company that I started in 2020.
That's interesting. And yeah, since you're in the music industry field, let's say if I'm using YouTube or a podcast on Spotify, if I use any instrumental or music on the background, just to have on the background, how are the rules and the copyrights about that?
Yeah, you got to use royalty-free music from YouTube. YouTube's very fussy with copyright. Now, I remember in the early days of YouTube, people people could just even upload them playing a cover song to the recording and it would go viral. But now they've changed a lot. They want people to be more original. So use royalty free music, or if you create it yourself, that's even better.
Yeah, I don't think it's easy to create a music, but yeah, maybe for you.
It's YouTube audio library.
Okay, they have a background music that I can use.
Yep, you can download it. They might say, "Oh, we want you to reference the artist," but at least you won't get you won't get copyright notices. 'Cause YouTube doesn't like that when you get that on your channel. They've actually done it to me. I published a music video. I composed my own music, and they flagged it as copywriting. Yet I wrote it.
Okay, did you say you got in trouble uploading your own music?
Yeah, I uploaded a music video to my YouTube channel. So I had my own music in it, and YouTube flagged it as copyright. And IGTV from Instagram done it to me a couple of times, so I had to send an appeal to them.
Okay, was it maybe because it was similar to another artist or another music?
Nah, it was because it was distributed by my distributor. That's why.
Okay.
This sort of stuff can happen too.
Yeah, guys, I actually have to go.
Yeah,
I'll follow Mohammed, so we can talk at a later date. And then Stephen, I think I will be back online tomorrow, or maybe later this day. But
yeah. Come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. I'll be going live again as well.
yeah, we'll talk about your website and about getting it up and running.
Yeah, and invite any of your followers too.
Yeah, I'll do that before I leave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I followed you, Nick. Yeah, it was interesting to talk to you guys. Yeah, it was my first or second time I on stage on Greenroom. So I'm
good
more
on you.
on.
Yeah. Are you moving away from Clubhouse, Mohammed, or are you going to stay in Clubhouse?
No, I have both. How can I say? I'm on Clubhouse and also on Green Room. And the main reason for Green Room, was to record my podcast. And I have
Nice.
recently started just to record the podcast interview that I do on Greenroom, and then I start recently visiting other rooms to see what's going on. That's why I popped into your room now.
No,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, it said YouTube content strategies, and it was interesting title, so I just came by.
Yeah, because I'm recording a podcast as well. But yeah, thanks for coming on my show.
Yeah. Is this recording for your podcast, or is it, how is it?
I'm recording it for my podcast.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, but
guys,
no,
it was nice meeting you, Mohammed. Bye.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Yannick.
yeah, see, Yanni. Yeah, no, I really thank you for coming in.
Yeah, it's all about going to the right places. When you see, I think most people, they are going to the rooms where they have if the title interests them, and the title
Mm.
was interesting, YouTube content strategies. That's one of the reasons I came to this room. And I think if you are starting, if you have your own show, I think it's called, is it called the Stephen Shells Radio Show,
Yeah, the Stephen Shiels radio show. That's my podcast.
or your podcast? Do you edit after you do the content? I see that you have now
Yeah,
1 hour and 42 minutes. Do you edit, or how do you do
yeah.
it on
Well, I got my intro and outro music as well. Uh, I'll give you a tip for podcasting. At the end of your show, you can ask people to subscribe, share it, or leave a review on Apple Podcasts as well. And then I put the outro music, and yeah, that's the show.
What do you have? What's the main topic you talk about on your radio show? Because the one I started recently started. It's called Subah wa Nakstam, which is in, if I translate in English, good morning. It's called Subah wa Nakstam Somali Breakfast Club. It's my main topics are to inspire the youth, the Somali speaking youth across the globe, whether it's whatever they want to do, that they can do. And I invite people who can inspire them. It could be politicians, well-known politicians, entrepreneurs, business owners, and so on. So that's the aim of the of my podcast. And I was just thinking, your podcast, is it a specific target you are targeting?
Not targeting anyone. I make my podcast broad, so I'll interview politicians. I've had politicians on my show, meditation teachers. I talk yoga, history, what we're talking now, music. It's a very very broad show. I try to bring inspiration and make it educational too.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's also good to have a broad show where you can
Mm,
invite anyone that you would like to. And also the good, it has the good and the bad thing by targeting a specific group. For instance,
mm.
me, when I talk about inspiration, those kind of things, it kind of limits you to talk about other things. Like, for example, you said yoga and so on. So yeah, it depends on how you see it. But yeah, it's interesting field to see the podcasting. It's new to me, so I'm just looking forward to see how.
No, I love it. It's good for social skills as well because being an entrepreneur can be a very lonely life as well.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
you got family?
Yes, I do. The
Yeah,
yeah. That's when I do my podcast. When everything is quiet, that's when I do. As soon as the children comes from school and the nursery, it's difficult because it's too much noise in the background.
yeah.
That's why I have to schedule on the right time when I have the whole house for myself, quiet. That's something important to do when you are doing podcast, because you have on YouTube it's different because you can record it, and you are the only person who are recording. So when you are interviewing someone, you have to schedule on the right time, and if you have a lot of noise in the background, it's kind of difficult also. So it's just a
Yeah.
learning process. Everything is just a learning curve for me, I see. So I'm learning podcasting and YouTube at the same time.
Oh, you'll get better. The more you do, the better you get. You know, it's like anything. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. And you know the other thing is I've seen with podcasting, especially interviewing people. I don't know if you also have realized the same thing. When you're inviting people, it's time consuming to look for someone to interview, and once you find
Mm.
the right person, to get them on the show, that's also something.
It is. That's just a numbers game, Muhammad. Um, you know, if you're gonna, if you, I know this from experience. If I'm going to try and interview a high celebrity like Brad Pitt, the chances are they're gonna say no because I'm just a small channel. But you know, get out of your comfort zone and contact people. That's my advice, basically.
Well, sorry, I was interrupted by a phone. I couldn't hear the last bit you said.
Oh, so contact as many people as you can. Um, don't be afraid of rejection too, if they say no. But when you have a guest and the conversation flows, it's rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the thing is, I'm not afraid about the rejection when I invite guests to my podcast. It's just
Mm,
the time consuming. You know, when you are looking for the right person to interview and to invite to the
mm,
podcast, and then once you find the right person, and then you have to figure out if they fit. And yeah, I find it difficult to actually invite the right people
mm.
to the.
Yeah, I suppose that'll come with time, Muhammad. You'll start to find people who will fit, and I think if you get along with them as well, the conversation flows. Like me and you, we're just talking.
Yeah, I understand that. You know, the thing is, because I'm new to the podcasting, I've
Yeah.
realized when you send an invitation to someone, you have to explain your podcast and so on. And especially when you are a beginner, they don't give you the credit, if I may say,
Mm,
because if my podcast was big, really big, then they would have known about the podcast. But the fact that you are a beginner, and they haven't heard about you before, you have to basically convince them to come to your podcast, kind of. And
yeah.
that's the thing I mean with time consuming. um it's not hard, it's not difficult, but it just takes time to convince the right people to come to your show.
And it's also about building relationships with people too, with your guests.
Yeah,
Like a client. If you have a client, I mean, I don't. You could have some clients it might take 2 years before they buy from you. But if you build relationships and you build trust, you get there.
yes, Stephen, it was nice talking to you. I will definitely follow you and listen to your podcast and learn some of your skills, as I am a new podcaster and a new YouTuber. So thanks, Stephen, for the advice.
You're welcome, Mohammed. Thanks for coming.
Cheers, take care.
All right, it's there. You too. Bye.